What's up, MetaNerdz? Today I want to talk about how the Rakata have worked their way back into canon. The Rakata are one of the most interesting species in what's now considered legends, making their first appearance in the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic video game. Now think about some of the new canon technology that exists in Star Wars, like Starkiller Base, and the observatories from the Aftermath books. In Empire's End, the final book in the trilogy, when Gallius Rax is using the observatory to set up the coordinates into the unknown regions, he wonders who it was that originally built this machine. Was it Old Republic or was it the Sith Empire? But I wonder if it was made by a race even further back. What if it was made by the Rakata? The Sith Empire started around 6900 BBY. The Old Republic was founded around 25,000 BBY. But it's said that the Rakata Empire can date back as early as 36,000 BBY. So if the observatories were built by any of these civilizations, it definitely would have that ancient feel. But there are a couple more reasons why we should suspect that the Rakata might have been responsible for building this. The Rakata were known as the Builders. They were one of the most technologically advanced races in the history of the galaxy, and were some of the very first to develop hyperdrive technology. On top of this, and very important for this theory, is that they were very heavily involved with the dark side of the Force. The dark side influenced how they ran their infinite empire, an empire that was marked by cruelty and the wholesale destruction of planets. Here we get another connection to Jakku, as Emperor Palpatine once told Gallius Rax that Jakku was once a green, luscious world full of life and large oceans. The Emperor never says what happened to Jakku, but we know that the Rakata were into terraforming, changing the planet to fit your needs, and just stripping whole planets of their resources. The Rakata are officially back in canon thanks to Rakata Prime appearing on the galaxy map in the Force Awakens visual dictionary, and as well as seeing an actual member of the Rakata species in the Poe Deameron comics. And though it's true that just because their species back, that doesn't prove that their whole Legends history is also going to become canon. But we've seen that when Disney brings something back from Legends, they usually keep it about how it was in the original Legends material. I find it really interesting that one of the most important things ever made by the Rakata was the Star Forge. This giant space station was able to make ships and weapons from taking the energy out of a nearby star, combining with the energy of kyber crystals, and making new materials. Now consider the fact that people who will be involved in the First Order, Rey Sloane and Hux, both knew about this ancient site called the Observatory, which may have been built by the Rakata, and then Starkiller Base is later made, which drains the energy from the sun, combining with kyber crystals, in this case in order to make a sort of super Death Star, which, don't forget, involved extensive terraforming. They basically carved out an entire planet. There's a lot about Starkiller Base which could be seen to read as Rakatan technology. And the writers that are currently working on these Disney stories definitely show that they appreciate the old Legends material. I highly doubt that they would bring in such an important species and then not have all of their rich history be important to the Star Wars universe as a whole. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in your comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe for even more Star Wars content. Remember, may the Force be with you, always.